Hey guys, Kid Guru here for another Tech World video or tutorial, and today it's again on the Camtasia Studio editing suite. Another question that came in was, how do I add, or what is the little image in the right corner of your video in your latest video, and how do you add it? And that's called a watermark, and basically it's like an image. You can make it a banner, a link showing off to your site, or just your company logo, or anything like that. I mean, you can make a watermark, anything. I put our website logo, Tech World, in the corner of the last video, and I'm going to show you how to do that in Camtasia Studio. So first off, you just want to import some media, or get your video that you edited. And of course, I'll have a watermark on this video, but you can't, it only shows up after you edit it. So I'm just gonna take this filters MOV file, and I'm gonna let it import. And now that it's imported, it's actually a good clip too, because if you leave the watermark on thing by default, this is what actually shows up, and it's gonna actually show up here because this is the clip that I accidentally put the watermark that didn't have an actual image. It does the default Camtasia Camtasia logo, and I'm going to show that to you in a second as it loads. And it says here, setting up filters in Thunderbird, and you see this little thing right here, this little image is the actual default Camtasia watermark. And you can have whatever image you want there. You can scale it to a certain size, make it different transparency, and I am going to show you how to add that. So all you have to do is, after you get your video all edited, so do everything you need to do, then you're just going to go to Produce Video As, and then you're going to want to select your presets, whatever you use. I use HD, and I'm just going to, yeah. And then I hit, or actually, once you get the preset you want it to be used on, this HD, you're going to go to Add Edit Preset. And then actually here is where you would actually select it. So I'm going to select HD and hit Edit. Now, you can adjust all your settings for your video however you want to render it out, and just let it go through. Now when you get to the end, you're going to come up with this menu right here. It's going to say video options. It's going to say video info. Use this option to add author and copyright information to your video file. So you can use this for project information. That way, if they drop it into something like iTunes, or if somebody downloaded your video, they can't really rip it off because it would have your copyright information on it. So that's cool. But they also have this thing called produce a package e-learning lesson of this video. So if you're making like those type of e-tutorials or anything like that, for somebody, you can add this little SCORM. But this is called, the one I want to mention is a watermark. And you just hit include watermark, and then you just hit options. And then here you go to the image path, so you find your logo wherever it may be, and then you can do a couple stuff to it. Now this is the preview window right here of what it would look like in your video. You can do emboss, and that just kind of makes it, look all chiseled in or anything like that. You can use a transparent color, and you can select that. Now your opacity is another word for your transparency. So if it's at 0, it's going to be not even visible. 100, it's going to be solid. And I like to set mine around 73. That way you can still see the logo and you can see the content behind it. The image scale, you can make it, as big as a video, or you can make it really, really tiny. I mean, it's all depending on how you want to do it. You can preserve the image size how it is. You can keep the aspect ratio, use smooth scaling, change the positioning, or if you want, you can just use these horizontal offsets and vertical offsets to put it exactly where you want to, put it in the video. You can scale it down and stuff like that. And then if you don't want the preview window, if the preview window isn't showing up, you can click that right there and just hit OK. And then you just hit finish, and it renders out the video, putting the watermark over it. So it shows you the preview of the image right here, and it's really nice for logos and website links. So like you can even go into Photoshop or GIMP or any image editor, type up your site URL, and maybe add like a text effect to it, like www.adrianstech.com, and just like set it in the corner of your video. That way they know where to get your tutorials, where to get more tutorials, where to find your site. And also, it also helps out with copyright, because if somebody was to download your video, they can't actually remove that watermark because it's embedded into the video file. So if you're worried about that, like people ripping off your videos, your tutorials, use a watermark and you should be good to go. And you can prove that it's your video because your actual logo or anything is on it. So guys, hope this helps. There's another Camtasia quick tip. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening, and hope to see you guys get your watermarks working. Have any other questions, email them to me, adrianstech@gmail.com. Check out our site at www.adrianstech.com, and follow my updates on Twitter at twitter.com/kidguru. Thanks for listening, guys.